big debuts on Dynamite. I'm Matt Carlins, and this is Just Pro Wrestling News for Thursday, February 10th, 2022. A big welcome to those of you listening on TheWrestlingRevolution.com. You can bring our updates to your website. Find out how at JustProWrestlingNews.com.
AEW.
Some big names showed up on Dynamite for the first time last night. Keith Lee was the mystery opponent in the qualifying match for the Face of the Revolution ladder match. He made short work of Isiah Kassidy. Lee is signed. He is All Elite. The winner of the Face of the Revolution ladder match gets a shot at the TNT Championship at next month's Revolution pay-per-view. Another fresh face on last night's Dynamite, New Japan Pro Wrestling's Jay White. He made a brief cameo during a backstage segment to help Adam Cole and the Young Bucks attack Roppongi Vice. Tony Khan tweeted after the show that White's services were not secured until Sunday, apparently to make good on Khan's promise of a Forbidden Door moment on last night's show. AQA, formerly known as Zeta Ramir in NXT, also made her AEW debut last night. She lost to TBS champion Jade Cargill. CM Punk will get a rematch against MJF. He had to make a deal, but in the end, Punk recruited Jon Moxley to help beat FTR, so he'll get the match. Hangman Page is still the AEW champion. He beat Lance Archer in a Texas death match last night. Adam Cole was out after the match to make it clear he has eyes on the Hangman's title. The Inner Circle appears to be crumbling. Their team meeting last night ended with TNT champion Sammy Guevara walking out on the group, and Santana and Ortiz challenging Chris Jericho and Jake Hager to a match on next week's Dynamite. Also last night, Wardlow beat The Blade, and Serena Deeb introduced her 5-minute rookie challenge and beat Katie Arquette in about a minute. AEW is dropping a special episode of Dark Tonight with Powerhouse Hobbs versus Lee Johnson, Sonny Kiss versus Aaron Solo, and Private Party and The Blade versus Dante Martin, Matt Sydal, and Lee Moriarty. Tony Khan told TV Insider a lot of AEW contracts are expiring, and he can't renew them all. Khan said he, quote, had to make some tough choices based on ability, fan response, or both, end quote.
Impact Wrestling.
Tonight's Impact Wrestling has Knockouts champion Mickie James versus Chelsea Green in a non-title match. Deonna Purrazzo is hosting an open challenge for either of the championships she's holding, the Ring of Honor Women's title or AAA's Women's title. Also tonight, Brian Myers versus W. Morrissey.
WWE.
Today's NXT UK has Nathan Fraser versus Teo Man, and A-Kid versus Saxon Huxley. Candy Floss, an NXT UK prospect signed last January, announced that she and WWE parted ways at the end of December. Jackass star Steve-O says he was at the Royal Rumble earlier this month in support of Johnny Knoxville, but Steve-O said he had to leave after testing positive for COVID-19. MLW Fusion is back tonight. Alex Hammerstone defends the MLW heavyweight title against Pagano, plus Richard Holiday versus King Muertes, and EJ Nduka versus Ikiro Kwan.
New Japan Pro Wrestling.
New Japan is promoting Jeff Cobb for its Windy City Riot show in Chicago on April 16th. Back in Japan, there is a big show on the Golden Series Tour coming up on Friday, with El Desperado defending the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship against Master Wato, plus Sho versus Yo, Great Khan versus Satoshi Kojima, and Gato in a one-on-one match against Tiger Mask. Gato is subbing in for Taiji Ishimori, who's being held out due to COVID-19 protocols. This will be Gato's first singles match since the New Japan Cup in 2020. Pro Wrestling Noah has another big show on Friday with Go Shiozaki versus Kano in the main event. Shiozaki lost to Masato Tanaka on Wednesday's show. Finally, some deaths to report. Former AWA Women's Champion Candy Devine has passed away at the age of 63. And two well-known names from the world of Lucha Libre have also died. Luchador Super Muñeco at the age of 59, and commentator Arturo Rivera at the age of 67. That is Just Pro Wrestling News for Thursday, February 10th. Our next update comes your way tomorrow morning, so please rate, review, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our updates. I'm Matt Carlins. Thank you for listening.
This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.